Okay. Good evening, everyone. Before starting this session, I want to make sure my audio and video is perfectly fine to everyone. Can you please confirm?
Principal, and you're audible.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Good evening, Abdul. Good evening, Anamika.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you for your confirmation. Good evening, Sagar. Good evening to everyone. So, first of all, thank you for joining this session. And I want to know from which state you guys are joining. Can you type your name of the state from which you are joining currently? If you are from outside of India, you can type your country name in the chat. Okay, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Hyderabad, Alonkur. Okay, Odisha, Pakistan, Tamil Nadu. Okay, Gujarat, Kerala. Okay, so I have lots of students from Mumbai and southern side of India. Okay, Nigeria. Okay, Telangana, Puducherry, Pune, Pakistan. Okay. So, okay, even we have students from Egypt also, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Mumbai. Okay, okay. So, I guess everyone is from mostly India, but few students are from abroad also. Like I have just seen few students from Nigeria, from Pakistan, from Egypt, as well as from other countries. So, thank you very much because you have dedicated this 2 hour time with me, and today I will make sure this is going to be worth for you all. Okay.
Sound coming,
Okay, lots of chat. Okay, you can stop because I have lots of messages. ठीक है, बहुत सारे messages आ चुके हैं, but we will be starting in just 1 or 2 minutes. So just I was making sure कि from which state you guys are joining.
Reminder, ನಿಮ್ಮ Airtel prepaid pack
Okay.
2 ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಕ್ತಾಯಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತದೆ.
Okay, camera off. Is my camera off? Are you able to see me or not? Let me verify. Okay.
Yes,
I am
you
able
are
to see
visible.
myself. Okay.
Visible.
Okay. Okay. So I have another question for you all. So how many of you are already familiar with the cloud computing and DevOps technologies? If you are familiar, you can raise your hand. If you are familiar, you raise your hand. If you are not familiar, type no in the chat. If you are familiar with the cloud and DevOps technologies, if you have built some project, if you are aware about the technologies, you can raise your hand. Okay, no. Okay, little bit. Okay, no. I am completely visible. I'm completely visible. Okay, only little bit about the DevOps. No, okay. So most of the audience in this today's session is unaware about the cloud technologies. But do you know what? I will be able to make you a little bit familiar with the cloud and DevOps technologies. Even within this 2 hour of the session, you will be hosting your own website on AWS.
Sir, your voice is muted, sir.
Sir, your voice is not audible.
You are not
Okay.
audible, sir.
Please unmute your voice.
Thank you for letting me know. Okay. So I'm going to make sure that you are going to build a project on AWS cloud itself. I will be.
Sir, you are not audible.
Sir, your mic.
Okay. It's automatically getting disabled.
Yes, sir. Now you are audible.
You're audible, sir.
Okay, but it is getting disabled automatically. I don't know why.
Yeah, sir, someone is disabling you because the permissions are for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
sir.
the issue. Okay, so guys, please cooperate because I'm going to make you some ready for the DevOps role as well as for the cloud. And today we are going to have a discussion about very important topics.
People
Okay,
are also
so
kicking out people out of the meeting, sir. Make sure to please restrict the permissions.
okay. Okay, Gagan and other admins, please kindly take care of these things. Okay. So let's start.
Yes, sir. Remove admin access, sir.
Okay. No show. Done. Nothing to worry. We are on the track right now. Okay, before starting, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Just a quick question for you all. You have to reply yes or no in the chat. Are you ready? Based on that, I will teach you some important concepts about the cloud, and I will also providing you the access to AWS cloud so that you can host your own website on AWS cloud. So, are you ready? Are you ready for the question and answer? Okay, yes. Okay, yeah. Okay, so my first question to everyone, please be ready. My first question: how many of you know about programming language? Any of the programming language, like Python, Java, C++, any of the programming language? How many of you are aware about programming language? If you are aware, reply yes. If you don't know about any programming language, type no. Okay, some people are typing Java, some are familiar with C, some are familiar with Python. Okay, so almost everyone is familiar with a programming language, at least one programming language. Okay, my second question. This is going to be a quick question, so try to respond in just within 10 to 20 seconds. My second question to everyone: how many of you think coding is enough to get a job? If you think coding is enough to get a job, reply yes in the chat. If you think it is not sufficient, reply no in the chat. Okay, this time I'm getting lots of no. Abdul is saying no, Rohit is saying no, Ved is also saying no, Sagar, Mukesh, Ved. Okay, lots of Pallavi, even Pallavi is saying no. Of course, no, Lokesh, absolutely. I will tell you why I'm asking this question. My third question. Okay, stop. I'm going to ask you my third question. If I give you a Java or Python application today, if I give you a Java or Python application today, can you deploy it to internet? Yes or no? Are you able to deploy any Java or Python application if I give it to you today? Okay. Palas is saying no. Okay, yes. Nikhil is saying yes. Vishal is saying yes. Karthik, okay, yes. Probably yes. Okay. Okay, probably not. Vaibhav, Arjun is saying yes. Okay, so I'm getting mixed response this time. So few people are saying yes, few people are saying no. It means few are able to deploy and other are not able to deploy. Okay. My fourth question to you all. I will let you know why I'm asking this question. My fourth question to you all. Can you put it inside a Docker container? Can you put it inside a Docker container? If you're not aware what is Docker, you can type no in the chat. If you're not aware about this Docker technology. Okay. Can you automate this deployment? Can you automate this deployment? Yes or no? Okay, maybe no. Karan is saying no. Rohit is saying no. Nikhil is saying no. Okay, most of the students are saying no. Approximately 80 to 90% are saying no. My last question. Can you monitor if it goes down at 2 a.m.? Can you monitor an application which goes down at sharp 2 a.m. in the morning? Can you monitor? Okay, someone saying yes, someone saying no. Okay, so mix of responses. Arjun is saying yes. Okay. Okay, you can stop. That's it. That's what I was just curious to know about. Okay, so this is what today's workshop is all about. What companies expect and what you are doing currently right now. So most of the guys today agreed that coding alone is not sufficient to get a placement or get a good job in good tech companies. So we have to learn something. But what? So today I'm going to present you a session where I will be discussing about what to learn beyond the coding, what companies are demanding beyond coding. So are you able to see my screen? I have just switched my screen. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Some are saying we can't. So you have to just wait, because if your internet connectivity is a little bit low or having a latency in the network, just wait for a few seconds, and then you will be able to see my screen. Okay. Still not visible. Still not visible. Okay, Edwin, please confirm. Is my screen visible right now?
Yes, visible.
Okay. So if there is an option to pin my screen, you can pin so that everyone is able to see my screen right now. You can pin my screen so that everyone can see my screen completely. Because most of the students are showing it's not visible to them.
Visible.
Okay. Okay, so I hope it's visible. Okay, can't pin. Okay, because most of the students are saying it's not visible to them.
Sir, it is
But
clearly visible.
okay. Okay, so I'm just continuing. Okay. Because even for me, it's completely visible and the screen is like completely fine. It's clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we are going to learn today in this 2-hour session is what companies expect beyond coding. Because when I just asked about the programming language, everyone was saying, yes, I know Python, I know Java, I know C++. Everyone, almost 100%. There was not a single no when I asked about the programming language. But when I jumped to next question, and when I asked, like, is programming alone sufficient for the placement or a good job? Almost the every response that I was getting was just no, 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 and no. It means coding is not just alone sufficient to make you ready for the placement. So, what extra do you need to learn to get a good placement? This is the question, which we will be exploring today in this workshop. So, what I will be discussing with you all today is about the job reality, job market reality, what companies expect beyond coding. Then we will be discussing about the AI and the changing industry. So after the AI boom, now the companies are integrating AI in their works, and due to cloud, AI, and automation, the manual thing is getting reduced day by day. So the number of people that were required to do a particular job in the tech field are getting reduced. So how we can get a good placement even with the AI boom? Third, what we will be discussing is about the cloud computing. So I asked you, are you aware about the cloud? Have you built some project on cloud? So almost 80 to 90% of the students replied that, sir, we don't know about the cloud and we haven't built any project till now. So I will be teaching you some cloud basic fundamentals. Along with this, I will be making you a live project. I will make sure you build a live project, and I will also give you some surprise reward those who will complete the task. So stay in this workshop till last. I will also discuss about how modern application work, like real world application, real world architecture of the cloud. I will be discussing it today. AWS fundamental, where I will tell you few AWS services which are commonly used. Then a live AWS demo where you will host your own website, your own portfolio website on AWS live today. Okay, I will provide the access. We will also learn what is DevOps role and why it is the emerging role in tech field. Along with that, we will be moving toward the cloud and DevOps roadmap. So if you want to enter in the cloud and DevOps computing road job, if you want to secure job in this field, so what roadmap you need to follow to get a good placement and to become a job ready from beginner to a job ready individual. Then we will discuss about few projects. So if you are entering in this domain and if you want to have some idea about the project, I will give you few ideas so what you can build as a beginner, and I will give you a final task, and I will give you a final surprise which will be based on your task submission. So I will be providing a 24 hours limit, and if anyone is able to complete that task, I will give them a free surprise. So before that, who am I? If you want to know, how many of you want to know who am I? How many of you want to know? Okay, everyone wants to. Okay, but that's not really important. The important thing is what you are going to learn today. Okay. Okay, everyone including me. Okay. Okay, so let me introduce myself. Okay, I'm the AWS community ambassador, community member, and I am teaching AWS and cloud technology from last 3 years. So when I was in my BTech in first year, I used to teach students, and now currently I am working as the AWS community builder in the category of Docker and Kubernetes. Along with that, I'm also running a company, Skill Nebula Private Limited, and today we are joining with each other in a live workshop where I will be teaching about the cloud technologies and the roadmap to become a cloud engineer. So this is a short intro, the most important thing about the learning. So let's directly move toward the learning phase. Okay. So coming to the first topic, that is the job reality. So I want to make sure you understand this in a better way. So I'm just making a little comparison here. Okay. So this is one side I'm putting student mentality or student mindset. And on the other side, I'm putting here engineering mindset. Can you give a small difference between these two? Can you give reply in the chat? One line for student mindset and one line for engineering mindset. What do you think engineering mindset and student mindset are all about? Reply in the chat. Let me see. Okay, let's see the chat. Okay, learning versus application. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Learning versus application. What to do versus how to do. That's great. Bhargavi, that's great. The student, how, and engineer, why. Okay. Rahul is saying engineering mindset, more practical way. Absolutely. Any more? Any response? Any more response? Difference between student mindset and engineering mindset. How can you define in a single line? Okay, student follow a given method. Okay, why versus how, Sagar? Okay, done. So let's coming back. I will tell you what is the difference. So for a student mindset, a student will, let's suppose, think, I know Python, okay, or we can say Java, or he even knows like C++, or any programming language, etc. Okay. So this is just a student mindset where a student is thinking he is understanding Java, Python, or he's having a good knowledge about the programming languages. But in reality, you have already agreed that this is not alone sufficient to make you an engineer. This is not alone sufficient to get you a good placement. The good placement can be achieved through an engineering mindset. So what is engineering mindset? For an engineering mindset, I can say a student will now say, I can build, I can deploy, even I can automate and maintain a Python or any programming language like Java application. Okay, so this is a difference where a student is just saying he is able to understand the programming or any language, and the engineering mindset is saying yes, he can able to build and deploy, automate and maintain a Python or Java application. And this is the difference
Sir, we will get
where if you
certificate.
cross the okay, yes,
Sir, we will get certificate for this course.
at the last you will get the certificate if you are attending the whole session. And as I've already told, the important thing is this one, where you will be building and deploying some real application today. So don't just stay because you are going to get a certificate. Stay in this call because you are going to build a real application today that you can add in your resume itself. You can share on your social media profiles. So stay for this, not for the certificates, but definitely you will get a certificate at the end of the call. Okay, so this is the mindset, and in this mindset 90% of the crowd is here. 90% crowd is here, and this is the traditional way. This is the old way which no one is going to hire you just because of this, that you know Python or programming language. Now the industries are looking for this, and only 10% of the student crowd is here. So in which side you want to be? In the student mindset or in engineering mindset? In which side you want to get yourself today? In a student mindset or engineering mindset? Reply today. Okay, engineering mindset. Engineering mindset. Arjun is also saying Shreyansh. Okay, Shreyas, Arjun, Kartike. Okay, everyone wants to be in engineering mindset. Definitely. But what making you, okay, what is stopping you to get from here to here, to get from a student mindset to an engineering mindset? What do you think? What is the main challenge that you are facing right now to jump from student mindset to engineering mindset? What is the main challenge that you are currently facing? It can be anything like a lack of knowledge, lack of opportunity, improper guidance. You don't have any idea about like these topics. You can reply whatever you want. What do you think is the main issue that you are facing right now? Information overload. Absolutely. So there is no lack of information right now due to the digital era. But the issue is that the information is overloaded. And which information is right one? There is no one to guide us. Okay. Finding shortcuts. So there is no shortcut. Sorry. Okay, lack of practical skills, guidance. Okay, that's a genuine point. Stuck in learning rather than building. Vardhan, definitely correct. Lack of understanding the right path, giving up quickly. Okay, so this is a Gen Z problem, like giving up quickly, but I will not say it's only for the Gen Z. Okay, but we are like having some impatience right now. Okay, moving forward. So I will try to shift your mindset from this 90% crowd to 10% cloud or 10% crowd in just 2 hours. I will try to set your mindset according to a engineering mindset. So let's see who will stay in this call till end and are ready to change their mindset from a student mindset to an engineering mindset where industries are looking for. Okay, so now you all are aware that AI is changing the IT industry. So the coding part is now going to the AI part. The AI is now able to write some few codes. They are able to deploy. Okay, they are able to build applications for you. So the main part is right now here, engineering mindset. Okay, so you are currently here. You know coding, but the companies are looking for someone who is
Voice
ready
is
for
not
the
clear.
production grade level. So if you are only having coding knowledge, it means this skill is now taken by AI. Not fully, I will not say it is like fully taken by AI, but in future it might be possible that most of the task will be done by the AI itself for the coding. Even though human intervention are also required, human will review the code before pushing that code to a production grade server. But what I'm trying to say, ki the demand is getting low here. So what you need to do to change your mindset? How many of you have a GitHub account right now? Do you have a GitHub account right now? How many of you have already? Do you have a GitHub account? Okay, yes. Okay. Okay, almost everyone is having GitHub account. So you are already in the track of being a engineering mindset student. So you are on the track if you are having a GitHub account. Okay, I will not be sharing GitHub information right now. Okay, I'm just going to tell you about a roadmap. So how can you change your mindset from 90% to 10% engineering mindset? So what you need to learn to get in a 10%, when a code is like written inside a company, what happens? It goes under several phases. So these are the phases I have written here on the screen. So these are the phases through which your code goes and reaches the production grade server or production level. So alone coding is not sufficient. What you need to learn, you have to learn about the application, how applications are built. You have to learn about the Git and GitHub tool. So if you're not aware about the GitHub and Git right now, you are lacking. Okay, so try to learn the GitHub because it is the basic need that every company wants. If you are having a good programming skill but you're not aware about the Git technology or Git tool, it is a rare chance that company will hire you. They are looking for someone to test the code, because today the problem is not writing the code. The problem is writing a code which is secure and able to scale with the traffic and load. So a good code is required. So testing is required. CI/CD integrations is required. Pushing that code on cloud server so that it can be served to millions of users. Containerizing the application through Docker. Managing lots of server at the same time through Kubernetes, and monitoring the logs. So even if the server is going down, you have to monitor, okay, what is the health of the monitor, how much RAM is utilizing, what is the traffic. Do we need to expand our server or not? So monitoring is even required. So these are the extra thing that you need to learn if you want to be in 10% mindset. Today most of the student, like whether they are in first year, second year, third year, or any year pursuing any bachelor or master degree, are in the 90% phase. So if you want to upgrade yourself, change your mindset in 10%, you have to learn all these things. Then you can jump to a production. And this is what the companies are really looking for. A student, they are not asking that whether you can write a code or not. Can you test a code? Can you find a bug? Can you run on the cloud? Can you monitor any application? Can you manage multiple server? Can you manage it on a GitHub and any similar application, okay, tool? So these are the things that is required today in the job market. So let's understand the scenario. Okay, I will explain this, okay, but I will not be able to show the demo because it will take some time, but I will make sure to see a demo recording this in a newer workshop, okay, incoming, the future coming workshop. So let's assume you are a user and you are here, standing here. So how a traffic flows when a user request? So if you are requesting a server, let's suppose www.netflix.com. So what actually happens when a person or a user requests www.netflix.com? So what happens? Do you think your request directly goes to server? When you search for Google, do you think you directly goes to Google server? Or when you search for YouTube, your request directly goes to YouTube? No, definitely no. So what happens when you type this in the search box and you hit the enter key or you press the enter? What happens? Your request goes to a DNS server. Can anyone tell me what is the full form of DNS? Can anyone tell me what is the full form of DNS? Domain name server, Pallavi. Okay, absolutely right. Domain name server. Okay. So what does domain name server does? It translate your URL link into IP address, because every server needs an IP address if you want to communicate. So if I want to communicate with who is in my screen, Bobby. Okay, Bobby Charan. So if I want to communicate with Bobby Charan, I need his phone number. So phone number, it is in numeric form. Similarly, if I want to send my request to a server, this needs to be resolved in a numeric form, that is your IP address. So it provides IP of the website. Website when that is in this case Netflix. So the DNS will resolve this URL and it will provide the IP address of the website. So even with the IP address, we are not going directly to the server. So this is server 1, this is server 2. You can directly go to server 2 if there is no load balancer. But I'm assuming there is a load balancer. So what is load balancer? Try to understand. So, okay, again, come back to our Netflix. So assuming a recent movie is released, okay, in India, and there is a huge crowd. Everyone wants to watch that movie. So in normal days, when there is no latest movie is released or no famous movie is released, assuming the traffic is 1 million user. 1 million. Netflix is getting 1 million user per day when in a normal days, like there is no any movie is released. But assuming there is a movie which is a very famous movie and it is being released on the Netflix, and the user is going to hit 20 millions on the same day. So what do you think? A jump from 1 million to 20 million user in a single day. How Netflix is going to manage this huge traffic? Can anyone suggest me? Assume you are running a shop. Okay, on a shop, the number of customer is just 100 customer per day, and on another day, due to some festival, instead of 100 customer, 10,000 customers are coming on your shop. How you are going to manage those 10,000 customer? Reply in the chat. Let me see how many are able to use the engineering mindset. Try to change the mindset and reply in the chat, reply in the comment. Okay, someone is saying by firewall, query management, okay, and security, distributing the load to different servers. Okay, Pallavi again, right? Using divide and rule. Okay, Sagar. Karthik using the load balancer. Okay, let me see how many of you are using the engineering mindset right now. Balancing the load with different system. Vardhan. Okay, absolutely right. So most of the students have given me a right answer. So let's understand if this is a capacity which you can handle, it means you can handle 100 users on your shop, and on the next day you are getting a 10,000 customer on your shop. So what you can do, you cannot manage by alone. Okay, you cannot manage it alone. What you will do, you will need more persons, like 1 2 3 4 5, assuming like there are multiple person. Earlier you are able to manage 100%. Now what you will do, you will add multiple members on the counter. You will create counter in the workshop on the your shop, and everyone will be managing 100 customer. So this is the same thing what AWS provide you, and this is known as load balancer. So when lots of traffic are coming on the internet, what load balancer does, it diverts the traffic to multiple server. So instead of just owning a single server, what Netflix does, Netflix create multiple server. So this is server 1, this is server 2. So assuming Netflix has 2 server, and each server is able to handle a load of, let's suppose, 1000 user. So if 20,000 user, or let's suppose only 2000 user, for a short example, let's suppose 2000 user. So if 2000 user come on the same server, this server will get crashed. So it will not be able to respond back to the user query. So what Netflix does, Netflix will deploy 2 servers, so that one server will receive 1000 traffic. Similarly, the another server, the second server, will receive another 1000 traffic. What happens if 3000 users are coming? Netflix will create a server 3, and in server 3 the user come. If more like customers are coming, Netflix will create multiple servers. So in this way, load balancer will try to distribute the load to multiple servers, so that a single server is not overloaded and everything runs smoothly. So this is a engineering mindset. Okay. So moving next in this diagram. So after our traffic reaches the load balancer, load will decide to which server our traffic will go. So assuming our traffic is going to server number 1, so we will go to server number 1, and from server 1 we will get back our response. We will be able to watch the movie. But wait, what is this? We are not going here. But why this is so? Because this is our database and this is our storage. So let's suppose this database is your MySQL. So user should not be able to access MySQL. This permission should not be given to user. Otherwise, the data will be lost or it can be misused. So what will happen? Server you will use the database. Server will use database and it will fetch the movie from the storage. Okay, let's suppose a Puspa movie. So it will fetch a Puspa movie and it will give back to server. From server, the user will able to watch the movie and the request will proceed backward in the same way as it was like done from the user to DNS, DNS to load balancer. Now, are you able to get how internet actually works? How many of you are now understanding how internet is actually working? Okay. Priyanka is saying yes. Okay. Abdul is also saying okay. So whenever you send a request, now always remember your request does not reach the server. It goes through a multiple stages. I'm just defining here 2 stages. There can be multiple stages. There can be security stages where a firewall will be configured and it will check your traffic. Okay, XYZ. But now you understand that when a request is sent, it does not reaches directly to a server. It goes through multiple stages, and from server, it is not always necessary that we are having one server. A company can have a multiple server, and we are getting a response from the server which is nearest to us, or it is the best performing. So it is all depending upon the load balancer. The load balancer will divert traffic to any of our server which is healthy, and we will get the response back. The user is not able to get the access to database as well as the storage just to maintain the security. Otherwise, anyone can be able to see the name, mobile number, address, banking details, and other like information of any individual. So that's why the access to database and storage is restricted.
Yes, hello, sir.
Yes.
Can you explain the step of database and storage again?
Okay, please repeat.
Explain the step that's come after load balance to go to database.
Okay, I'm just trying to say when a user reaches the server will reply back, or it will respond back to the user, but server will not allow the user to use the database. User will not be able to use the database or storage, but server can use it. Server has the access to use it. Okay, let me give an example. So this is a restaurant. Okay, assuming this is a restaurant, and these are some tables where people are eating some food. Okay, you go here. Okay, what you do? You place an order. Okay, you will sit here and you will place a order, and there is a waiter. Okay, there is a waiter. Waiter will go here, and waiter will like inform the chef to prepare the dish. And once the dish is ready, what will happen? The waiter will come back and it will serve you, right? You are not allowed to enter in the kitchen directly. You are not allowed to enter in the restricted area. What will happen? You will be like thrown out of by the security guard. You are allowed to enter in the restaurant. You can make a request, but you are not allowed to enter in a like storage or any kitchen or any mesh or any other thing, because these are the restricted areas. Similarly, you can go to server and you can request for a file. So if you want to watch a movie, let's suppose ABC is a movie, assuming it's a movie. So you are not allowed to go directly to the database. Server will give a request to the database. Data will then go to storage, and from storage that movie will be fetched and it will be served to you. Clear?
Yes, clear. Thanks, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay. Moving to the next. These are some important tools that are involved in doing all these things. So the question is, what if 1 million users arrive? So if 1 million users arrive, what we need to do? We need to do auto scaling. So what is auto scaling? Auto scaling means increasing the number of server or increasing the capacity of the server. So there are two types of auto scaling. One is horizontal, one is vertical auto scaling. Okay. So what is horizontal? Horizontal means you are creating multiple resources to balance the load. So let me give an example. Okay. This is your computer. This computer is having 8 GB of RAM. And you want to run an application which requires 32 GB of RAM. What will you do? You want to train an AI model which requires 32 GB of RAM. What will you do? There is two options. The first option is you can use similar computers, 8 GB plus 8 GB plus 8 GB plus 8 GB. So 4 computer or 4 PC are required to run that model, which required 32 GB of RAM. So this is a possible way, and this is known as horizontal scaling. The second option is vertical scaling. So this is a computer, it is still having 8 GB of RAM, but you need 32 GB. What you can do, you can upgrade the same PC. You can add more RAM to this, and this time this PC is now having 32 GB. So this is known as vertical scaling. Vertical scaling means you are using the same resource, but you are increasing the capacity. You are increasing the specification. Just like you upgrade your laptop from 8 GB to 16 GB. If you are having, let's suppose, 250 GB, around 250 GB of hard disk, you can use 1 TB, 1 terabyte storage inside the same PC. So this is known as vertical scaling. Horizontal scaling means multiple resources are created to balance that load. What if one server crashes? So this is the same case. If one server crashes, what we can do? We can fetch the request from the another server. So if you are having, let's suppose, 2 servers, server 1 and server 2. If server 2 goes down, what we can do? We can go through server 1 and we can still be able to fetch our data. So it is high availability. What if developers deploy every day? It means if application is deployed every day, some code are changed every day. So it is not possible for a person to do it manually, daily and daily, repeatedly. So to automate the things, we need a tool known as CI/CD. So CI/CD means continuous integration and continuous deployment. So whenever we want to automate these things, when a user is changing the code, it is automated, deployed on the server, we can use CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous deployment. What if there are 500 containers? So containers are basically applications, assuming for you as of now, assume these are the applications. So if you are running a 500 application, how will you manage manually? Is it possible to manage it manually, every application? Is it possible? Definitely no. You cannot manage 500 or 1000 application manually. So what we need? We need a tool known as Kubernetes. So Kubernetes is a tool which allows you to manage multiple applications at the same time. So we use a tool, Kubernetes. What if infrastructure has to be recreated? Infrastructure means, let's take an example. So if a server, let's assuming if a server is here, or if this is your PC, assuming this is your PC, because it will be more relatable. If you are installing few applications, let's suppose this is your VS Code, this is your Python, and you have installed Microsoft Word, you have installed Paint, you have installed few game, okay, you have installed some video editing software, video editing, okay, video editing, and lots of more. Assuming you have installed 20 software in your PC. If anyone says, or any of your friend come to you, he is having his new PC and he is asking to install this 20 application in his PC. What will you do? How can you do that? The only option is to install one by one, right? Each software you have to install it one by one. Is there any other option that you can do? A computer is having 20 applications and another person comes and asks you to install those 20 applications in his PC. How will you do it? Let me see. Okay, pen drive, backup. Okay, even in pen drive, you can take everything. But in his PC, you still have to like install one by one. You can copy the application, but the installation you have to do it by manually, right? Yes, you can back up the things. But how will you install? Installation has to be done manually. If your phone is having like 20 applications and another friends wants those 20 applications, how will you do? You will again take his phone, go to Play Store, and you will install those 20 applications again, one by one. So here, if you are talking about a company, so this is not going to be a small number. This is not going to be 20. This is going to be 2,000, 200, 500 applications running on servers. So how will you do that? For that, we need a Terraform. So Terraform is a tool which let you automate all these things. It let you create the infrastructure. So basically, Terraform is a infrastructure as a code. It means you can write in code what you want to install. So you will write a code, a piece of code where you will mention what you want to install, and you will share this code to your friend, and this friend will run this code. Once this code is run, all the things that is written inside this code will get installed automatically. So don't have to install 20 application, 200 application, 500 applications manually. You just write a code, you share that code, that person install that code or run that code, and everything that is written inside this code will be created. So that is your Terraform. And what if something breaks? If something breaks, it means if you are having a two server, but server 2 is down, it is not responding. How will you know this? To know this, you will need to monitor it regularly, monitoring and observability. So these are the skills that are being demanded right now. So it is not only about the application. It is about how you are going to manage those applications. How will you ensure that the server, even when the server is crashed, that application is available to user? How will you manage lots of application at the same time using Kubernetes? If the application is getting changed day by day, again and again, let's suppose I'm doing some changes in the code. In day 1, the version 1 was released. After 3 days, version 2 was released. After 5 days, version 3 was released. After 7 days, another version is released. So this is a very hectic process if everything is done manually. So every time we need to change the code on the server. So for this, CI/CD is used. And another, I have just shown you the example of Terraform. And if your application goes down, what you need? You need monitoring and observability. So if you carefully observe, you will find the same tool here: Kubernetes, monitoring, Docker for containerization, testing, CI/CD, GitHub application. So this is going to be interlinked with each other. Okay. Let me clear my screen. If time allows, I will show you, and okay, I will show you this. How many want to see this in practical? This diagram. How we can have multiple server and a load balancer connected to it. Okay, I do. I want to see. If more students are interested, I will show you a demo where I will create 2 servers. And I will try to destroy one server. So even if my one server is destroyed, you will be getting response from another server. Okay. Vaibhav Singh, yes. Sanskar. Okay. Abdul, Rahul, Bharti. Okay. Vaishnavi. Okay. So okay. I'm going to show you this demo, and after that, I will give you access to the cloud to everyone, and we will build a project together. Okay, we will build a live AWS demo project together. Let me show you this. So what I will do, I will just come back to my AWS account. So this is my AWS account, and let me tell you what is EC2. EC2 is a service provided by the AWS cloud itself. Okay, let me zoom my screen. Okay, I hope my screen is visible. So EC2 is a server. Okay, EC2 is a tool that allows you to create a server. Similarly, like you have your own PC, you have your computer, and you are having few RAM like 4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB of RAM on your PC, local PC. You are having some storage like 500 GB or 1 TB of storage. Similar thing, if you want to configure on the cloud, you can use a service that is EC2. So let's create a server. I will create 2 server. Okay, instances means server. Okay, how many server I have right now? So AWS provide you lots of reason where you can create your server. So if I click here, you will be able to see I can create my server in the North Virginia data center. I can create my server in Ohio, North California, Oregon, Mumbai, Singapore, Sydney. So these locations are having a data center created by the AWS. So when I click Mumbai, my server will be created in the Mumbai region. So let's create a server in Mumbai. I will click here, launch instance. So I will provide the name to the server. So just typing server 1. This is server 1. Then I have to select the operating system which I want to use on my server. So to run anything, first of all, we need an operating system. So which operating system I want? The majority of the operating system that are currently being used by the server is none other than Ubuntu. So every server, almost 90% server, when I'm talking about every, it means 85 to 90% of the server are using Ubuntu. It is a Linux based server. You can also use Linux. Mac OS is rarely preferred because it is very costly. Windows is not preferred just because of the low security. Ubuntu is preferred because it is open source, it is free, and it is highly secure. So Ubuntu. So this is the Ubuntu operating system. This is the version. If you want to see the Windows version, if I click here, Windows, Microsoft Windows Server 2025, it means this is a Windows 11 server. Okay, now this is Windows 11 server, but I will be using Ubuntu. So there are lots of server. I can create an operating system of around like 500 plus operating system are present on this. Okay, I will select the instance type. Instance type means your server type. So when you go to a shop and you want to purchase a laptop, what you ask? You ask for the how much RAM is available in this laptop, how much CPU core is available. Similarly, if you are creating a server, so you have to select the server type. So if you carefully see, the server type is T3 micro. This is the name of the server. And you can see 2 vCPU. It means 2 virtual CPU. Two core will be present and 1 GB of RAM will be present in this server. Got it? And this is also showing the price for quick setup. I'm just going to use this T3 micro. If you want to select other server, you can click here. You can go down and you can see T2 large is having 8 GB of RAM. T2X large is having 16 GB of RAM, 32 GB. Okay, so even you can get up to, can you see this is 128 GB of RAM, which is having 64 virtual CPU. 64 core of virtual CPU, which is not possible if you are going to purchase a computer from a shop. You will not get 128 GB of RAM. I'm pretty much sure. But you can use it here. Okay, for quick setup, I am just using not recommended. Network settings. I will allow HTTP and HTTPS traffic because I'm going to just deploy a small website on this server. So the website runs on HTTP, that is port number 80 HTTP. Okay, hypertext transfer protocol and hypertext transfer protocol security or secure, that is port 8443. Then I have to tell the storage, how much storage I want in this server. So it is 8 GB, minimum 8 GB, and maximum you can use up to a few terabytes, I guess like 16 terabytes you can use. So I'm just keeping it simple, 8 GB of storage and launch instance. So this is the thing that we have to do. And now our server is creating, and you can see in instances, I have one server running now. Server 1 is running. Can you see? Server 1 is now running. If I want to create multiple server, what I can do, I can do the same thing. I can click here, launch. I can type the name server 2 here. Okay, server 2. Okay, server 2, the operating system is going to be Ubuntu operating system. Okay, Ubuntu instance type is going to be T3 micro, where I will be getting 1 GB of RAM and 2 virtual CPU. So 1 GB of RAM is sufficient if you are using Ubuntu operating system, because Ubuntu operating system on server will consume around like 250 to 300 MB of RAM. So 1 GB is like a big storage. Okay, it will work fine. Okay, and I will allow this. 8 GB. Okay, launch instance. Now my second server is also started. I'm having 2 server. So if I came back to this diagram, what I will be doing is I will be creating 2 servers, server 1 and server 2. I will use a load balancer, and when a user will request for this, the load goes to load balancer, and it will divide our load to server 1 and server 2 respectively, so that a single server is not overloaded. We are going to see this demo. Okay, both servers are created. If I want to connect to the server, I will select the server. I will click here, connect. Similarly, I will do a connection for the second server. If you're not able to understand from this right now, you can skip, because I'm just doing it a little bit faster to complete the demo. But I will tell you like what I'm doing. I'm connecting with my server. So you can see I've successfully connected with my server, and it is saying welcome to Ubuntu 26.04. So this is something which you will get, and this is known as the CLI, like command line interface. So on server, when you are dealing with some this stuffs, you will get only CLI. You will not get GUI part, like you will not get any graphical thing. You have to write the command here manually. So let me write commands. You don't need to understand what I'm typing. I am just updating my server. So I'm updating my server 1. Similarly, I will update my server 2 also. Okay, I'm upgrading the second server also. So don't try to think I'm trying to hack something. Okay, so generally you see all these things in your movies, but today you are seeing in live in this workshop. So don't think. So it is not a hacking part. What I'm doing is I'm just updating my server. Then I will install an application that is Nginx. So what Nginx does, Nginx is used to serve HTTP and HTTPS request. So I will be hosting a website. So I will need to install a Nginx on my server so that I can host a website. Okay, it will take some time, like 1 or 2 minutes to update. Similarly, the server 2 is getting updated. It will also take 1 to 2 minutes. How many of you are seeing this for the first time? How many of you are seeing this like for the first time? Like how the server actually looks like? Let me see. How many of you are seeing this for the first time? Okay, Sagar is seeing for the first time. Kancha, Abdul. Okay. IUC is also seeing me for the first time. Okay, API testing. Okay. So yes, you can see similar type of thing if you are doing some testing part also. Okay, Arjun is also having some experience with this. Okay, 10th time. Okay. I'm seeing this for the last 2-3 years. Okay. So it's like a normal for me as of now because I'm seeing for the last 2-3 years. Okay, Subham is asking. So this is for only Subham because you will not be able to understand if you are for the first time. So apt update and apt upgrade, these are the two different commands. So apt update will try to fetch the latest packages. It means it will try to understand which application can be upgraded. So when you try to go in your Play Store, you refresh the Play Store and you will be able to see the list of the application which can be updated. But you are not updating. You are only seeing that it can be updated. When you click on the update option, then it will start updating. So that update is your upgrade. So when you actually want to update, you need to upgrade command, and when you just want to know which files can be upgraded or which new application can be installed, you just run command update. Okay, so both server are like updated currently. I will type clear command here to clear my screen. I need a tool that is Nginx. So I will install Nginx. So Nginx is installed on server 1. Similarly, I will install Nginx on server 2 also. Okay. Because this will help me to serve the website. Okay. Let me show you a demo. If I copy this IP address, this is the public IP. If I copy this public IP, go in a new tab, I will paste the IP here, press the enter key. You can see, welcome to Nginx. If you see this page, the Nginx web server is successfully installed and working. For online documentation, this. Okay. It means on server 1, we have successfully installed the Nginx. Now we have to put our own HTML page here. I will explain you how we can do that. Okay, similarly on server 2, we have also installed the Nginx on both server. I want to have my own page. Okay. So I have to put a page in /var. Okay, I will create a HTML page here, index.html, and I will just create a simple page. Okay, I don't have the permission to write. I'm just writing a simple HTML. How many of you can understand this? How many of you can understand this? Okay. So what I have just done, I have created a page index.html on my server number 2. Okay. So if I copy this IP address, public IP address, and if I paste it here, it will show me hello from server number 1. Can you see? Only just 3 or 4 minutes we have spent and we have configured our very first server. which is serving me a website. If I put any HTML or any page here, I will get the output here. So I'm just written a single line. So I'm getting from server 1. Okay, actually this is from server 2. So I will modify this.
Your mic is mute, sir.
Okay.
Sir, again your mic is muted.
Sir, your mic is mute, sir.
Okay.
Someone's mic is not mute. Please mute your mic.
Like Vashu, try to mute your mic. Okay. Okay, no issue. If I'm like getting muted, don't worry. Just see my screen, what I'm trying to see. Just project you, okay? Okay. Now what I have done till now, I have created 2 servers. In server number 1, I have written a HTML code, a simple HTML code which say hello from server 1. And in server 2, I have created another page which shows hello from server 2. If I test my server 1 and put my link here and press the enter key, you can see I'm getting from server 1. And if I copy the public IP of server 2, paste it here, press enter, you can see server 2. So my both server are running. So what is the case? If a user is requesting, my server 1, server 2 are both connected, and we can type IP of the server 2 to get the response from server 2. If you type the IP of server 1, we can get the response from server 1. But if the both application are same and we want to use a load balancer, let's take an example of Netflix. So Netflix is having multiple server, and Netflix just gave you one IP address, sorry, one domain name. So don't have to type again and again a different domain name to reach the different server. That is managed by the load balancer. So we are going to add a load balancer in our demo. I will cut server 1 and server 2. I will get to EC2. And I will go to a load balancer here. Load balancer. Then I will share some login credentials where you have to build your own website. Okay. Create a load balancer. There are 4 type of load balancer, out of which I will be using the simplest one. Create. Load balancer, I will type demo LB for load balancer, demo load balancer, internet facing. I can select 2 or 3, availability zone. Okay, instances, it means which server I want to add. We can add instances to register as the target of the load balancer. So I will add both the instances server 1 and server 2 and confirm. Okay, done, and I will create the load balancer. The load balancer has been successfully created. Okay, so we have done this. This server will give hello from server 2. This will give hello from server 1. We have created a load balancer, and now we are the user and you all are the user. So I am going to share you a link. Okay, because you all are the user. So I will not create a dummy user because I have real users. I will share you a link. When you click that link will be resolved through a DNS, that is domain name server. Then it will reaches a load balancer. I have just created a load balancer, that is demo LB. So what demo LB will do? Demo will be LB, that is load balancer, will try to route the traffic to server 1 and server 2. Why? Because this will ensure that the whole traffic is not getting on the same server. It will try to divide the traffic between these two servers. And I have not connected database and storage part, so you can ignore that. But you can have a demo of this up to this till server 1 and server 2 and load balancer. So I'm going to share you a link. If you want to test, you can test it. This is the link. And I'm going to first test it on my own. I will paste it here. I'll press the enter key. Can you see my traffic has reached server number 2? My traffic has reached server number 2. Can you see? What happened if I refresh the page? If I refresh the page, can you see? Again server 1 and again then we have reached server number 2. Can you see? Is everyone able to see? Let me share the link in the chat. Okay. Okay, I have shared you a link. Copy that link, paste in the browser, and refresh your browser. You will see your traffic is getting routed from server 1 to server 2 and server 2 to server 1. Your traffic is not reaching the same server again and again. It is diverting the traffic to servers. Because we have only just 2 servers, so your traffic will be get routed from 1 to 2, 2 to 1. If we have multiple server, our traffic will be routed to multiple server. Okay, copy the link, open in a tab, refresh the tab, and you will see the changes. If you are able to see the change, type tested in the chat. If you have tested and it is working for you, type tested. Okay. Okay, Nikhil is saying tested. Vishal have also tested. Akanksha, Gagan, Arjun. Okay. Okay. Can you tell me? You have to think with an engineering mindset. This question is for the engineering mindset. What will happen if my one server get crashed? What will happen if my one server crash? What will happen? If due to some reason, due to some network failure, due to some power failure, due to some natural calamity, like anything XYZ, what will happen? Okay, Vaibhav is saying nothing. Okay, Sanjeevani is saying the correct answers. Okay, Pallavi is also saying the second. Okay, correct answer. Okay, overloaded. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, other will manage. Let me show you a demo. If my both server are currently healthy, can you see it is getting a response from server 1 and it is getting a response from server 2? But what happens if my server 1 goes down? If I go to health check target instance in service, it means both the servers are working fine. Let me destroy one server or stop one server. So I'm stopping server number 2. So instance state stop. Now server 1 status will change to stopping. Can you see? The server 2 is going down because I have manually stopped this server. So the request will not be accepted on server number 2. It is in the stopping state. Okay, let's come back and refresh this. Server 1. Now again refresh this. Server 1. Again refresh this. Server 1. Again refresh this. Server 1. Why server 1? Why only server? I have two questions. Why only server 1? And okay, load balancer detect it and send traffic to the server 2. Okay, server stopped. Okay, what will be the situation if I have created just only one server? Suppose I have created just only one server and server 1 goes down. What will happen in that case? Can you tell me? Use engineering mindset and tell me. Okay, Saksham is saying traffic will be stopped. Definitely. So let's come back to our architecture diagram. Then we will create a demo. You can create a like portfolio, okay, and you will host on the server yourself. So if a user is sending request through DNS, then it is reaches load balancer. Load balancer will check for the server status. If server 1 and server 2 both are healthy, it can send traffic to server 1 as well as server 2. But in any case, if any of the server goes down or any of the server is not available to accept the request, it will just send the traffic to those server which is healthy and it is able to accept the request. So if I go to my again load balancer, you will see, okay, load balancer demo LB health check. Okay, target instance. Can you see? Server 2 is out of service. It means it is not available to accept the request. That is why only server 1 is now able to serve the request of the user. So in this way, the multinational companies make sure that their services are available 24/7. It is not like their server never get crashed. But what they do, they create multiple servers and they attach a load balancer to it. So that even let's suppose I'm creating a 50 server because I have a huge traffic, assuming 100 million users. So 100 million users are coming. I don't want any of the user to face any of the problem. Assuming you are working in a tech company, you are working for Google, Microsoft, Netflix, Amazon, or in a banking, HDFC Bank. So what will happen if they are having only one server and their one server get crashed? The whole infrastructure will collapse. The reputation of the company will go down. There will be a huge loss. To avoid these things, multiple servers are created in multiple regions. I have created in the Mumbai, but companies used to create multiple locations, some in Mumbai, some in America, some in China, some in Thailand, some in Singapore, so that there is always availability and user is able to get what he is requesting. How many of you enjoyed this concept? How many of you have enjoyed this concept and they are ready to build their own portfolio website and host on AWS for free? If you are ready to build your own website and host on AWS for free, send me a fire emoji in the chat. Send me a fire emoji in the chat. Then I will show you the credentials and you can have access to this AWS console. You will get the access. Okay, Saksham, Vaibhav, Pragna, Pallavi, Nikhil, Bhargavi, Abdul. Okay, I have remembered few of the names because They are like appearing again and again. So I have remembered your names, guys. Okay. Gagan, Arjun. Okay. Let's start without delay because we are having only 30 minutes left. So just directly jumping to my demo part. Okay. So I will explain this. Okay. I will explain this in the last. I'm going to share you few credentials which you don't have to share with any of the students outside of this meeting. This is only for you all. And this will be valid for 24 hours. Okay. Okay, so everyone, please stop to post your comment in the chat because I will be sharing the link. So don't share, otherwise it will get messed up. So this is the link. Click on this link and you will be redirected to the AWS login console. I have also shared the password which you have to type, and also I'm going to share you username.
So where can I access
In the meeting chat, I have shared the login credentials in the meeting chat.
But there is no link. I got the link.
I have shared in the meeting chat. There is a link, there is a password, there is a username. I have shared 3 things.
The chat is disabled.
Okay.
Sir, can you show in the on screen?
Okay, sure.
Sir,
But
can
I
you
have
pin
just.
the link, sir?
Sir,
you
would you
pin it?
please share the screen?
There's still no
Okay,
link for it.
I have pinned in the chat, but still, okay. If you want, I can share. No worries. But it will be a bit difficult to copy because you have to type it manually. Okay, Gagan, if you are able to copy that and share that students, you can share. Okay, mine is working. Okay, few of you have already received. Okay, again sharing the link. Again sharing the link in the chat. Okay, don't reply in the chat as of now. Okay, don't reply. Okay, I have just shared. I have also pinned that link. I have also pinned that link. And if you want to access, you can type here AWS login. Search for AWS login, AWS management console.
Sir, what is password?
Okay. The password is @skill Nebula. The S is capital and N is capital. SKILLNEBULA. Okay, let me share my screen. I think that will be fine. Okay, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is the link. This is the password.
Okay, sir.
If anyone have received the credentials, they can share in the chat so that other students can copy and directly use it from there.
Sir, how to use them?
You have to first go to the login dashboard. This is a login URL, but if you are not going through that, you can search for AWS login.
Sir,
I
I
have
get
already.
I got sign up, but where is the credentials?
How you got signed up without credentials? You have to reach this page, AWS login page. You have to reach this page. You have to provide the username. You have to provide the password.
Yes, sir.
This is the account ID you can use. This is my account ID you can use. And if you directly use this link, you don't need to enter the account ID as it is already embedded in the same link. So don't have to use this. It will be auto completed.
Sir, can you
Yes, sir.
repeat again?
Yes, sir. Worked.
Okay. Try to stop sending chat. I'm sending the credentials once again in the meeting chat. Okay. So try to avoid sending any chat. Okay. I'm just sharing. Okay. Taha has already shared. Abdul has already shared. Okay. So you can use that credentials. Already they have shared in the chat. If you are unable to log in, then you have to just raise your hand. Don't have to reply in the chat. Just raise your hand if you are unable to log in with those credentials. Okay. 3 people are unable to log in. Have you received the credentials? Because students have already shared. I am once again sharing those credentials. Login link. Then I'm sharing the username. And I'm sharing the password also. I have pinned that in the chat also. Use the login credentials to log in.
Sir, we have to sign in for that credential.
Yes, you have to just sign in. There are 2 options: sign in as a root user email, but you don't have to use that. You have to just use these credentials: username, password, and account ID. If you use the link that I have provided, you don't need to enter this account ID. It will be auto completed. Or if you want, you can type the account ID manually. This is my account ID. So you can access my AWS account. Okay.
Sir, I get different screen.
No, this is the same screen I'm sharing. This is my account ID.
No, sir. After sign in, I get different text.
Okay, okay.
Sir, once you sign in, sir. Sir, once you sign in.
Okay.
Got it, sir.
Okay, if you are getting this type of sign-in screen, you have 2 options like root user. Root user, it means it is for the admin user. So it is for me. You are a IAM user. It means I am sharing access to you. So you have to use IAM user. Okay. So you have to use IAM user. You have to type the account ID, my account ID. And if you use the link that I have already provided, you will directly getting the access to this window. You will get directly access to this window. So you have to log in as an IAM user.
Sir,
Yes.
once you log in, sir. Once you sign in.
Okay, if you have completed the sign-in process, just stay.
Sir, I have completed sign in, but this show different page. Like give your coding agent current AWS knowledge and safe resource access.
Sir, once you sign in, sir, in the screen, once you sign in.
Okay, I am going to sign in again. So I will use the credential that I have already shared with you all. I will first copy the link. I have copied the link that I have just shared with you all. I will paste it here. Enter. So it's taking time. I don't know why. Let's refresh this. Still, are you able to? Okay. Few people have already signed in.
I also signed in, but now what can we
Okay,
do?
just wait. I don't know why I'm not getting the response from this URL that I have just shared with you all.
Sir, I have shared a screenshot in the chat.
Okay.
After signing in, it shows like this.
Okay, you don't have to do anything. I will tell you. Vaibhav, okay.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Vaibhav, Arjun. Okay, if you have reached that screen, you have to be with that. Okay, no need to do anything. I will tell you what to do. Okay, you can all lower your hands. Let me. Okay. Let me know if you are unable to log in. Then you have to only raise your hand. If you like Vaibhav, other students, you can lower your hand. Okay, Rohit, Pawan Kumar. Okay, let's.
सर सर मैं ना थोड़ा
Yes.
सा लेट आया हूँ क्लास में. आप मुझे बता सकते हैं हम क्या पढ़ रहे हैं आज?
Sorry, actually, due to some time constraint, I will not be able to repeat that again. I'm just trying to show you a demo where you can host your own portfolio website on S3 bucket on AWS Cloud. So this is what I can tell you in short.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So what should we do next after signing in?
Just wait. I'm just making sure that everyone is ready with this.
Yeah.
Okay, I have again shared you the link and I'm moving forward. Once you have signed in, you have to make sure that you are in the Mumbai. So you have to click here and you will see Asia Pacific Mumbai. If you are seeing some another reason, you don't have to use that because you don't have the permission. So I haven't given you the permission to use some other reasons. So you have to be strictly in only Mumbai region. You have to select the Mumbai region. This is the thing, part number 1. Make sure you are in the Mumbai region. Otherwise, you will get an error that you don't have the sufficient permission to perform an action. So if you are in Mumbai region, then you have to go to search bar. You have to type here S3. So S3 is a service provided by the AWS Cloud to store any data, just like you have used Google Drive or OnePlus, okay, and other some cloud provider services where you can store your data like your images, photo, files, videos, XYZ. Okay, you can store anything. S3 is a similar service where you can store anything on the cloud. Click on S3. The full form is Simple Storage Service. So SSS in short, S3, Simple Storage Service. So you are, if you are having for the first time, you will not get this type of console. You will get an option to create a bucket. So if you are not getting this type of window, don't have to worry. You will get an option to create a bucket. So you have to click that. Okay, and then you will be able to see this type of interface. Got it? So what is buckets? So buckets are basically your unit where you are going to store your data. So S3 is a service, and inside S3 we create buckets, and inside the bucket we store our data. So it is like a partition, just like we C partition, D partition, A partition we have done in our computer, we in our PC. We have our folders inside which we used to keep our different type of stuffs. Like in picture, we used to keep our pictures. In videos, we used to keep our videos. Similarly, these are the buckets, which is a unit we can say to distinguish different types of items. And in bucket, you have to click here, create a bucket. Okay, create a bucket. You will get this interface. In create bucket, AWS general configuration, you have to stay as it is. You don't have to select anything. General purpose, bucket namespace, global namespace, no changes. Bucket name, you have to provide the name, and this name should be unique across the globe. It means no another bucket of the same name should exist in this globe. So you can create a unique name, demo bucket, and some random numbers. Let's suppose 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. I'm giving any random number so that it is unique throughout the globe. Object owner same, no changes. Block public access, we will uncheck this and we will acknowledge this, because we are going to host our website. So I want to give access to the public so that anyone across the globe can access my content. And if you want to block, it means if you want to keep your files and folder with you only, you can tick this. But I'm untick, and I will tick this, that yes, I acknowledge. Bucket versioning, you don't have to do that. Bucket versioning means if you are keeping the same file but with some updates, so you can create versions like version 1, version 2, version 3. But I don't want to do versioning as of now, so I will keep it disabled. Tags are optional, you can leave it. Default encryption, you can skip this part. As default, it will use server side encryption to store your data so that it is not vulnerable. Okay, and that's it. I have done only two things. I have just provided the name, and I have just unmarked this option. Okay, उसके बाद मैंने कुछ भी नहीं किया. So I haven't done anything. Just create bucket. Okay, I acknowledge. Create bucket. Fail to create bucket. The name is already taken, so it has to be a unique throughout the globe. So I will use some random numbers. You can use some random characters as well, so that it is unique. Okay, bucket created successfully. If I go to my bucket here, and if I refresh this, I'm able to see lots of bucket here. So you guys have already created, so I'm able to see your bucket as well. Okay.
Sir,
so lots of bucket are created.
Sir, what is the aim to create this bucket?
So this is a storage service provided by the AWS. So we are going to put our code in this bucket, and this bucket can also host our static website. So let me tell you. Okay, this is a storage. This storage is your bucket. This is a storage service. So similar, just like you put your stuffs on your Google Drive, but you cannot host a website through Google Drive, right? If you put HTML or a CSS file on the Google Drive, it will not show as a website web page. But if you put it inside a bucket in S3, like index.html, CSS, and JavaScript, a simple HTML website, it can serve as a web server. Okay, so this gives you the feature similar to your GitHub. So if you put your code on GitHub, you can host it on the GitHub as well. Similar thing you can achieve it here using bucket. So I can see you guys have already created this much buckets. Okay. Okay, so everyone has created. Okay, but where is my bucket? I have forgotten. Okay, I have lots of bucket here. I don't know which bucket I have created. Okay, if I don't know which bucket I have created, I will use any random bucket to complete this demo. Because there are lots of demo buckets. I have told you demo bucket. That's why everyone has created demo bucket. So even I don't know, okay, which I have created, no issue. I will use any random bucket. Okay, just using, I don't know whose bucket is this, demo bucket. Okay, I'm using this bucket to complete the demo part. Okay, so the content inside the bucket are known as objects. So your object can be anything. Your object can be image, your file, your document, your video, your audio file, your PDF, your JPG, XYZ. It can be any file, even if the programming file can be your object. So I'm going to demonstrate demo using this bucket. I don't know who have created this bucket. You have multiple options. You can create, upload, and you can upload the file from your local PC. So you can you can use this as a storage. But as of now, I want to use it as a hosting website, for hosting website. What I can do, I have already my code, demo code. So I will just copy it. If you have your code in your PC, you can use it. And remember, it serves only HTML, JavaScript, and CSS files. Okay, so your code should be in HTML. If you don't have, I'm just sharing the code so you can use this for the demo purpose for today. I'm sharing the code. You can clone this repository. Okay, if you are getting filled to create bucket, make sure you are in the Mumbai region, because the permission is not beyond Mumbai region. So you have to use Mumbai. I have shared you the GitHub repo. Okay, if you want, you can, yes, you can clone this repo. Let me show you how you can clone. You can go to your command line interface and you can type a command git clone space the URL that I have just provided. If you don't have any HTML code, then you have to do this git clone and the URL that I have provided and press the enter key. So it will just copy all the code that I have uploaded here on my GitHub repo for your test purpose. Later on, you have to change that. But as of now, you can use that code.
Sir,
then
can you repeat again?
Yes, you have to create a simple website using HTML, CSS, JavaScript on your system, local system. If you haven't created, I have just shared the link of my own website, a demo website from the GitHub. You can copy that URL link. You can go to the CLI, that is command line interface. Okay, you can type git clone and the link, and it will be cloned in your system. Generally, it will be cloned inside your download folder. Then you have to click here, upload, and add file. I want to upload the code. Okay, I have to search where it is cloned. Okay. Okay, git action s3 portfolio project. Yes. So there is a simple file here, HTML, CSS, or index.html. Okay, JavaScript. So I'm just uploading only these 4 files. Readability is like optional. You can ignore this. Open. So these 4 files will be uploaded in my bucket, demo bucket. Upload. So the content is uploaded. I will close this. If I refresh this, you can see I have 4 content here. Okay, it means
Sir?
index.html, PNG image, script, and style.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, can you please paste the link in the chat box? Cloning link.
Okay, I have already provided, but once again I will share. No issue. I'm copying the whole command, right? Okay, you can directly clone this. Git clone space the link URL. If you don't have, later on you have to create your own HTML. Okay, I am just providing the demo code for this only. You can also generate few codes from like AI using like GPT or Claude, any AI you can generate. Index.html and script and CSS. Okay, and done. Now we have to change some permissions. So we will go to our permission first. We will make sure block public access is here on. So we have to make sure it is on. Okay, block public access. If you want to edit, if it is showing off, you have to edit here and you have to uncheck this. Uncheck, save. Type here confirm. It means we want anyone to access our content that is present inside this bucket. Why? Because we are going to host our website. So if you are keeping everything private, people will not be able to visit our website. So block all public access off. Okay, done. Okay, what we have to do? Okay, second thing is the bucket policy. We have to add a bucket policy here. So bucket policy can be found on my GitHub also. I have shared the link of the GitHub, but just I'm going again. I will share the policy in the chat itself again. Okay, GitHub Action S3 portfolio project.
Sir,
and if you go there, you will find the policy here. I have already written the policy, add bucket policy. You have to copy this policy. I'm also sharing this in the chat. You can copy it directly. You can paste the policy here. Edit. And you can paste the policy here. Policy pasted. And save changes. Okay, unexpected error occur type. Okay. Okay, you have to provide the name here, name of the bucket. You have to change it with the name. So the name of the bucket is demo bucket 1156. So you have to type your own bucket name here. Demo hyphen bucket hyphen 1156. Okay, you have to type the name of your bucket here. Okay, then you will click save changes and it will work. Done. Everything is done. From permission, we are ready to go. In properties, this is the last part. You have to scroll down, and you will get the last option, static website hosting. It is saying it is disabled now. You have to edit. You have to enable this static website hosting. And which page do you want to serve as the home page? So that page should exist. So I have a index.html and I want that this page should be served as the home or index page. So I will type index.html. Okay, there is an optional. So if any error occur, so which page do you want this S3 bucket to serve? the audience. So if you have any page error page like 404 or could not connect, and you have already created, you can type the name of the page. If you don't have, you can skip this part. And if you want, if the error has occurred, then redirect the user to the index page. Then you can type the index.html here. So this is optional. You can skip or you can write save changes. And now we are good to go. Okay. So now we will get a link. So S3 website hosting. Now we are getting a bucket website endpoint, and this is the link. If we see this link, we will get our website. Copy the link, open in a new tab, enter. So can you see? Now I'm hosting my own portfolio project, a portfolio website from S3 bucket itself. And this S3 is not AWS. So you can see demo bucket. This is the name of the bucket website. AP South 1. AP South 1 is a code. This is for the Mumbai region. AP South 1, Amazon, AWS.com. So this is a website that I have just created. So in the similar way, you can create your own website. You can change the code of the index.html, CSS, and JavaScript, and you can have your own custom website deployed on the AWS S3 bucket itself. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now coming to the confusion part, like if you are having any confusion, any doubt, now you can ask. I am reading your chat.
Can you explain the when you go to properties, what change you are made?
Okay. Let me quickly revise this. Okay. I have done 3 things. First, after creating the bucket, you have to do the 3 things. Go to permission. The first thing is permission. You have to do 2 things here. First, you have to make sure that public access is block, all public access is off. It means you don't have to block the public access. If it is blocked, people will not be able to access your website. So what you have to do, you have to click here. You have to, if it is like check mark, you have to uncheck it here. You have to save change it. It means you don't have to block any public access. And you have to type confirm. So this is the first thing that I have done. Second thing I have done is the bucket policy. So just below the public access, we have the bucket policy. So you have to edit bucket policy and you have to paste this bucket policy. I have already provided, but I'm just providing it once again. You have to copy this bucket policy.
Sir, what is the purpose of this bucket policy? Can you please elaborate?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We are a little bit confused. What is the purpose of this? We have one more option like GitHub. So
yes, one option what?
Sir, we have like GitHub. Then what is the purpose to create this AWS browser?
I'm just showing a demo. It is not, that's like a question like we have a C++ programming, then why we need Python? If we have Python, why we need Java? Because I'm just trying to explain a concept of the bucket, how to use bucket. But it is not only the feature that you are just using. It has multiple features, out of which I'm just explaining a feature to host a website. Even you can host a website through other platforms as well. But it is not that we don't need to learn.
Sir, can you please tell what is the purpose of the bucket policy?
Okay, in this bucket policy, I am allowing the user that is coming from the outside, that is through the internet, to get the object. It means he is able to read the object. Read the object means my codes. I have index.html, CSS, and JavaScript. It means the user is allowed to read the code to get the object from my bucket, which bucket name is this. So this is my bucket name. You have to replace this with your own bucket name so that the user is able to see my code. It means he is able to see my website.
Sir,
Sir, is bucket similar to command prompt?
No. Bucket is a service which allows you to create a storage for you. You can use it as a cloud storage. The person just who just asked you, sir, we have GitHub, why we use bucket? Because bucket is used to create an object. You cannot use GitHub as a storage purpose, but bucket can be used. So based on just one feature, you cannot compare that this tool is already having in this world. So why we need to learn other? This is just a simple use case of bucket. Okay. So two things done. Make sure to change this with your own bucket name. Okay. And the third thing you have to do in the properties, you have to scroll down to the last and you will get static website hosting. You have to edit it and you have to make it enable. Enable it and save changes. The only three things. The same three things I have already written it here. Okay, I have already written it here. I have written in step by step, open AWS management code, S3, create a bucket, type a unique bucket name, disable all public access. Okay, then upload the website file like index.html, CSS, JavaScript, the file which you want to serve on the web as a website. Then you have to enable static website hosting, open the bucket, go to properties, static website hosting, edit, then you have to enable. You have to add a bucket policy. So you have to edit bucket policy, change your name, bucket name to your original name. Then you have to access your website, navigate to properties, and properties static website hosting. In properties, I have static website hosting, and I will get a link here, bucket website endpoint. I will copy this link, I will paste it here, and I will get my website hosted on the AWS.
Sir,
how
can
many of you
share
are able
this
to do this?
cheat sheet on the WhatsApp group?
Okay, you can connect with the admin. Okay, otherwise, if you want, I have already shared the link of this repo, and I have already written the steps to deploy this application. I'm just sharing it once again. Okay, I have shared the GitHub link once again. You can use this. Okay, if any of you have deployed the application, you can share a screenshot in the chat. If you have deployed this application, you can share. Okay, Vishal is sharing a link. Okay, let's copy the link and see what Vishal have done. Okay, Vishal, I don't know what you have shared. Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, got it, Vishal. Okay, Vishal have made something amazing. Let's see. So this is created by Vishal, and it is hosted on AWS, Amazon website. Okay, AP South one that is in the Mumbai. So you can deploy any HTML based page from this. Okay, let's see who is the next. Okay, let me copy the link. You can copy and share. Okay, Arjun have shared a link. Let's see. Okay, let's copy it again. Okay, Arjun. Okay, Arjun, it is working fine for you also. Okay, someone is getting an error. Okay, 404 is not found. Okay, it means the page is not available to serve. That page is not available to serve. Okay. Let me explain. Those who haven't, okay. Let's suppose you have created a bucket. Okay, you have created a bucket here. Assuming, I don't know. I just forget. Okay. So let's suppose this is the bucket I have created. I will click the bucket. What I will do, I will click on the upload. I have to upload my code to this bucket. So I will click the upload. I will add files. Okay, I will add files. Let's suppose I'm selecting few files here. I will click on open. So all the file that I have just selected from my local PC, it is showing here. I will click here upload. So you can see the code are being uploaded. Okay, code has been uploaded successfully. I will close. You can see I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 files are here. Now you have to do again thing permissions mein jana hai. You have to do these things. You have to add the bucket policy here. Okay, that I have shared the bucket policy. You have to go to properties and you have to enable this website hosting. If you want this code, you can access my repo. It is like open source. If you want, you can search for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 UJJWAL. So you can search for this. Okay. You can search for this profile and you have to go in repo and you have to use this repo. GitHub action S3.
Sir, we'll get certificate, sir, no?
Yeah.
The class is time is up now, sir.
Yes, time is up. Just closing this session. Okay. So coming to the last thing, the challenge part, and after that we will end the session. The challenge part is with you. Yeah. The challenge is nothing hard. It is going to be a simple challenge. I have just provided the link that is written by me. Okay. What you have to do, you have to write your own custom pages. Okay. The own custom HTML, JavaScript, or CSS files. And you have to deploy it on the S3 bucket. And once you have completed the deployment part, you have to share the link along with a LinkedIn post mentioning me and learn depth so that we can verify that you have successfully deployed the application. We will test your link. We will see if it is working and what you have shared on the HTML page. Okay. So you can create your own portfolio website. You can create a demo e-shopping website. You can create any educational content. You can share your own journey, what you have learned today. You can put any stuff you want, but it should be deployed in the S3 bucket, and the time is till 17 August. Okay, you will be getting this access. The link that I have shared, the cloud access, is up to 17 August 12 midnight. Okay, so it is 12 midnight. So 12 बजे तक का समय है. You have to use this credentials. You have to deploy your own website. Post on the LinkedIn, mention skill Nebula. I will provide the link. Okay, if you don't have the page, you can search for a page skill Nebula. You can also tag learn depth. We will verify your project and we will give you some surprising reward, but only the time is till tomorrow 12 noon. Sorry, 12 midnight. Okay, so any confusion till now? Any confusion, any doubt? Just 5 minutes more, then we will end the session. You can reply in the chat. You can reply in the chat. I'm just reading your chats. Reply.
Sir, tell how to get certificates, sir.
Okay, certificates will be mailed. Will be mailed to your email address. Okay. Thank you so much for this. Okay.
Sir, can you share your LinkedIn profile?
Okay, I'm sharing you a link. Okay, for the LinkedIn. Just see me the chat. Okay, I hope the recording has been done. Okay, and it will be soon made available by the admin itself.
Sir, can you let us know for how long the IAM credentials would be valid?
It is valid till tomorrow midnight. It is this time. It is in IST Indian Standard Time. So you have like whole day till tomorrow. You can create your own website. You can deploy it on S3. You will post and we will tag us. We will verify your website. If it is working, we will give some surprising reward from our side. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the chat. Because we are not be able to access your content, right? So that is why I'm asking to post it. Because I don't personally. So yes.
Sir, can you send any PDF in the WhatsApp group, sir? The step-by-step process to deploy the process.
Okay, so it is already here. So you can go to your GitHub. You can search for this profile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 usual, and you will go to my repository. Okay, so I don't have a big repository. You can go here and GitHub Action S3 portfolio project. Otherwise, you can search it from this. Okay, and in this, I have already written the steps that I have just explained you. So here is the steps. Personal portfolio website for me. You have to follow these steps. So step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, and that's it. This is optional. You have to ignore this. You have to complete it in 5 steps.
Yeah, sir. Sorry to disturb you, but I want to know that how many websites we can host in one day.
Okay, you can do only one.
Okay, sir.
You can
Thank
do
you, sir.
only one. Okay, but you have to post the best one. Okay. I have also restricted the uses that you will be only be able to upload the code which is lesser than 20 MB. So I guess the code size is in few KB. So I have given you a limitation of 20 MB. So all the codes should be within 20 MB, and then you can deploy it for free.
Yes, sir. Kindly also restrict the other users to use the other user bucket. So you can say that it's a unique one. Like if someone uses our bucket, we are not used our. It's
Okay,
not a
that's a real
fair
issue.
thing.
Yes, there's a real concern, but that's fine. Okay, you have to remember your name. So which user like is creating the which bucket, because there are lots of bucket.
Yes.
Okay, so you can scan the QR code that is being shared.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, can you share the
Sir, can you believe, sir?
Have you scanned the QR code and completed?
Hello, sir. Sir, can you send the recording link also in our WhatsApp group?
Okay, I will request the admin to do this for you all. And I have one more thing.
Yes.
This is your for feedback. So I'm sending a link in the chat. You can share your feedback and you can get connected with me on LinkedIn. So I have provided the link for my LinkedIn as well as the Skill Nebula page. So you can get connected with me on LinkedIn. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me on the LinkedIn itself.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I don't have any HTML files. Then what should I have to do?
Okay. You can create it, na? That is easy. You can use AI. I'm not restricting you to use AI. You can use AI if you want. You can use GPT. You can use Claude. You can use other AI. No issue. If you have knowledge, you can build your own custom. But why I want to teach you is how to deploy that on the AWS S3. That is the main
Yeah.
thing I want to teach you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, but make sure to fill the form, a feedback form, which is very crucial for me.
Yeah,
because
sir.
based on the feedback, I will be able to improve the content from the next time.
Yeah.
Okay, and don't forget to scan the QR code for your certifications. And if you have completed both, that is the scanning the QR code as well as the feedback, you can leave the meeting. And if you have any doubt in this call, you can ask me.
हेलो सर,
Yes.
मेरा एक डाउट था, अगर ये वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल के लिए कैसा, मतलब डेवऑप्स में स्विच करना कैसा रहेगा अभी, मतलब अगर किसी को 2+ इयर्स का एक्सपीरियंस है तो डेवलपमेंट से डेवऑप्स में.
Okay, so you have already experience in the DevOps or you want to switch in the DevOps?
I want to switch in DevOps.
Okay, so I have a slide for you. Okay, if you have like completed the scanning of the QR code, then I can share that slide. Gagan, if that is done, you can please stop.
Sir, it is not showing the certificate, sir.
So hello guys, I hope I am audible. You can scan the QR code which is been screen shared. Like when you fill the form, you will be redirected to a feedback form. Once you fill that feedback form, you will be getting your certificates directly to your mail. Okay. You can fill only this QR code form itself. That's enough.
So the QR code is not working actually. We are not directed to any of the feedback page.
Okay, the link for the feedback is also available in the chat. So I have pinned that link in the chat as well.
The message will come to the email.
Guys, link also has been shared with the chat. You can check it also.
Those who are having any question related to the DevOps or the cloud or related to this class, they can stay in the call. Otherwise, students can fill the feedback form and scan this QR code, and then they can leave this session. Only those who are having any doubt and want to discuss something, they can stay in the call. Make sure to complete the task. We will be reviewing your task and we will be providing something for you. Yes, you can share. You can share and you can tag skill Nebula and learn depth for the certification. Okay. And for the task as well, you can share your task. You can share the screenshot of the task that you have just completed. And along with the link, because the link will be valid and we will review the task submitted by you. And once the task has been submitted, your reward will be mailed. Okay. So through the feedback form, we are collecting your email so that once the task is submitted, we can revert back with you through the goodies or something special. The task is to host a website using S3. Your website can be anything as you want. You can design as per your need, as per your wish. You have to host it on S3, and you have to share the screenshot of the website along with the link in a LinkedIn post mentioning Learn Depth and Skill Nebula Private Limited, so that we can verify your task. The time is till tomorrow midnight, 12 midnight. After that, the credentials will expire and you will not be able to complete the task.
So please share the certificate link in the WhatsApp group.
You can scan. Already it is on the screen. You can scan it.
Actually, we can't share the certificate form on WhatsApp group. We have shared the link in a chat box also. You can check it. If you can't find it, I will be pinning it. Okay, you can check it and fill it up.
Thank you, Taha, for your appreciation. You have to complete the task and you have to upload it by tomorrow midnight.
Which LinkedIn account we need to use, Skill Nebula or your private LinkedIn profile?
You have to mention about the accounts, Learn Depth as well as Skill Nebula. The Skill Nebula link is already provided in the feedback form. So from the feedback form, you can use that link.
Okay, thanks.
Otherwise, you can search in the LinkedIn Skill Nebula Private Limited. Okay, so that we can verify your task. Okay,
sir,
so for
can
the
you share
recording,
recorded section,
admin
sir?
will provide. Yes. Okay, Gagan, have you recorded the session?
Yeah, we will be sharing the recording once meet get end.
Okay, okay. I'm just confirming whether you have recorded or not.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
So if we upload the link of the website, this AWS to the LinkedIn, after one day you'll be revoking the access, no, sir. After
Yes.
one day, like others can't see it, like it creates a bad impression on the LinkedIn profile. So what's the solution for that?
Okay, in that I have to extend the access to the AWS. This is the only solution. Okay, but this is just for the learning purpose. Okay, so that's why I'm just providing you the access. But yes, you can still share your learning. You can still share the screenshot that you have just deployed your S3 website. Okay. So that is fine. Okay. So
Sir,
be more
it's a
focused on creating something rather than just showing it off to everyone. I know that will be expired and it will create a bad impact, but the valuable thing is the learning that you are getting. So
Okay,
even if
sir.
you're not
Like,
able to press to hundreds of users, but still, if you are able to learn something new, I hope that is worth it.
okay, sir. It's better to add a screenshot of the website, no, sir?
Yes, definitely. You have to
Yeah.
add the proof of your work. So how you have configured, how you have done all this thing, your learning, your experience, anything, a feedback you want to give us in your post, we will read it.
Okay, sir. Sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And sir, one more doubt.
Yes.
Is it like after one day, can we like log in with our account, like credential, and can we like make it for lifetime? Is it possible, or should we pay something for it?
Okay, so you are asking to use your own credentials, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can use. That is free.
The steps are all the same, but with the
Yes.
our credentials.
Yes, you have to use by your own credentials.
Okay, sir.
So it is charged or not? Like we are uploading and something on our credentials on the website, like my portfolio and all. It should be live, but it charge it or not?
Okay, what you are asking, it charges or not, right?
Yes, sir. For
Okay,
keeping it
so
live, like I am uploading my website on it, like on that point of view.
okay, so AWS charges for the storage based on the storage that you are using. So all the charges will be for my account because I have provided my own login credentials. So you don't have to pay anything. Everything will be paid by me as I'm working as a AWS community builder. So everything will be paid by myself. Okay. And if you are doing for your own purpose, okay, you can use AWS calculator. You can search for a AWS calculator and you can estimate the total amount of the services that you are going to use. So you can select S3 and you can specify, let's suppose 1 GB of storage you are going to use. So depending on the storage and the service, it will provide the estimated cost that you have to pay if you are going to deploy on your own credentials. So that is very low, less than $1. It means less than 100 rupee per month. So that is going to be very cheap.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Vaishnavi is asking, sir, after completing bucket policy, okay, what to do? Okay, so I have shared the link of the GitHub. I'm just sending it again. And I have already mentioned the steps. So if you are unaware about how to implement these things, you can do it. Okay, I have just shared the link. So you can read the README file. Okay, if still you are facing any doubt, you can reach out to me via LinkedIn. Okay, the LinkedIn link is already present in the Google form. Okay, now I
sir.
guess
I have
the students who are having any doubt, they are still remaining. So now they can ask their doubt in the chat. I will reply. Okay.
sir, I have asked one question.
Please reply. Okay, ask in the chat. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Bhavana is saying you are not in the Mumbai region. So what you have to do, you have to change your region to Mumbai. In the AWS console, you can change your region. Okay, my screen is back. So here you can see your region, in which region you are creating the resources. You have to click here and you have to make sure you are in the Asia Pacific Mumbai. If you are in another region, okay, like all this region, Europe, okay, Paris or Singapore, you have to click the Mumbai because that permission is only limited to Mumbai. You cannot create resources beyond Mumbai region. Okay, so in Mumbai, AWS is having its data center and there you will be creating the S3 resource. Okay, any more doubt, any question? Okay, someone has asked for the roadmap. Are you still here in this call? Someone has asked for a roadmap. So if you are already a working professional, you have asked, are you here in this call? Okay, so LinkedIn profile link is already available in the feedback form. So feedback form link is available in the chat itself. So I have pinned that link. You can click that link and you will get the feedback form as well as the LinkedIn URL for me. So, okay, thank you, Learn Depth. Okay, recently you have a Google form. You can use that. You will get the link to connect with me personally on the LinkedIn. Okay, Subham, are you
Sir,
still here?
hello, sir.
Yes. Yes, Anik.
Sir, I have sent a connection request with a note, sir, to your LinkedIn account.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, done.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, just see, is there having any more doubt? If you guys have any doubt, you can ask, otherwise we will in this meet. Okay. Okay, so I guess there is no one who is having any doubt, any question remaining. And if you have, you can connect with us. You can connect with Learn Dev, and we will try to figure it out, and we will try to help you out. Okay, with your queries. So thank you everyone for giving your precious time, and I hope you have learned something new. Yes, you have to enable a website hosting. Okay, static website hosting. Vaishnavi. Thank you, Pallavi. Okay, thank you everyone. Take care.